Hello and welcome to yet another edition of my vlog from at Sentinel Food Court Racer on the YouTube verse www.youtube.com. Today we will be discussing my review of the story, the iconic, the ever redeeming savior among atypical antipsychotics that is. I think this goes without saying, but I will say it. This is olanzapine. The medication developed by Eli Lilly in the early 90s and marketed under the brand name Zyprexa, as I am now prescribed it, olanzapine, has been a game changer in my life. Why do I say that? It was added to Risperdal in one of the odd occurrences where I was locked in a unit on the storied, the historic, and the prestigious Newton Wellesley Hospital. Locked up. And there was a gentleman there who was very loud, very inconsiderate, and very rude. He would play loud music from his iPod onto a Bluetooth speaker. Really loud music, a lot of swear words, and I don't know why people let him get away with that. I don't know why the staff let him get away with that. And one time he shouted out to me as he bursted into the kitchenette area of the unit and said, "Dan, you are a schizophrenic and PTSD." And it really caught me by surprise. I found it rude and inappropriate how such a rude, loud, menacing person could just diagnose me. And it's not like I did. It's not like I didn't know about those treatments or diagnoses, but I just didn't need him saying it at all. And I told the psychiatrist that I was working with, and he added to my med regime with olanzapine. He added to my risperidone with olanzapine, and it worked really well. On a previous vlog that I have had called Salud para todo mundo, I was under the influence of risperidone and olanzapine in dual use, and it worked great. I would do a lot of diaphragmatic breathing as recommended by Harvard Vanguard Medical Associates, now Atrius Health, and I loved it. I would come across as relaxed, and I enjoyed it. Although I think it did give me a little bit of more sexual dysfunction, possibly, than I wanted. And there was a pamphlet for Abilify Maintaina, the injection of Abilify, in the welcome area of my psychiatric clinic outpatient. And I asked my doctor, and so we started it. But going back to the olanzapine, the great storied psychiatrist Miriam Temper, then a young, bursting with intelligence and talent psychiatric resident at Waverly Place in Belmont, said, "I think olanzapine is a wonderful medication." And that was perhaps my first glance into what would be what is now my only antipsychotic that I take. Um, it helps me sleep. It helps with my appetite. Helps with my anxiety. Um, it helps with a lot. Um, Recently, although now that it is getting nicer weather out, now that it's spring and it's quite spring like, I've been going to bed and a good amount later than usual, but I'm not too worried because I still get a good amount of sleep. Um, there's things to be anxious about. I have an upper endoscopy on Thursday. There on the same day as that, my clubhouse is having an open house, craft fair, and that's stuff to be nervous about. So, what I will say about olanzapine is that it has at times given me restless leg syndrome, which I think is kind of the accumulated after effect of lower leg abnormalities, including plantar fasciitis, tense muscles of the leg, um, runner's knee, Achilles tendonitis, um, the wearing of the padding of the foot, as is commonplace as you get older. And with those not being treated to the most high degree through PT and other things, RLS came to the fore, and it's very annoying, very painful, and very frustrating. And since then, I was prescribed gabapentin, which has really helped with that. So, hope you've learned a little bit about me, and I hope you learned a little bit about olanzapine. Cheers, good night, and have a good day today.